Morning, I am day. I have found that upon awakening, it is useful to affirm and devote myself to the me of my recovery, the one that ties all of the pieces together gently, lovingly, and sometime even fiercely to face each day. With these daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations, walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone. Fair use, strengthening my recovery, meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. March 21st. Self protection. We learn to block or deny our feelings as children to protect ourselves from our unhealthy family. Many of us were raised in homes where there wasn't enough love. We weren't encouraged to be ourselves and realize our true potential. We weren't allowed to have normal feelings, so we became numb. We may have been shamed when we felt sad or angry, ridiculed when we showed fear, or shunned when we sought love and understanding from our parents. What we took away was that there was something wrong with us. And there was some truth to that, but not in the way we thought. We knew how to feel shame, guilt, sadness, and fear, but the main problem was we felt them when we didn't need to. Now, with the help of ACA, our meetings, and our sponsor or fellow traveler, we are given the chance to reparent ourselves. We learn how to feel without letting our feelings control us. We grow in self confidence. As our feelings surface, we begin to make decisions about how to handle them. Shall we speak our truth to those around us and try to work things out? Or shall we remain silent, either because the atmosphere is not safe or we do or shall we remain silent, either because the atmosphere is not safe or we don't want to upset the apple cart? There is no one right way. We give ourselves permission to choose what's best for us at the time. If we're uncomfortable with our choice, we ask for help. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I ask for the courage and honesty to recognize my true feelings and deal with them honestly and safely." Today, Emotions Anonymous, March 21st. Reflection for today. A person who continues to run from pain ultimately finds he or she has to deal with some type of neurosis, depression, anxiety, or some other obsessive or compulsive behavior. Only when my pain became so great did I stop running. Then I had to deal with both the pain my neurosis created plus the original pain I had run from in the first place. Once I learned I was creating more pain by running, I became more willing to face myself honestly on a daily basis. As I deal with my pain, I keep from developing another type of neurosis. Meditation for today. If I begin to run, God, slow me, for I know you do not want me to hurt myself anymore. Today I will remember. As I face my pain, I learn about myself, and my pain turns into a gain. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. March 21st. A treatable illness. Addiction is a disease that involves more than the use of drugs. Basic text, page 3. At our first meeting We may have been taken aback at the way members shared about how the disease of addiction had affected their lives. We thought to ourselves, disease? I've just got a drug problem. What in the world are they talking about? After some time in the program, we began to see that our addiction ran deeper than our obsessive, compulsive drug use. We saw that we suffered from a chronic illness that affected many areas of our lives. We didn't know where we'd caught this disease, but in examining ourselves, we realized that it had been present in us for many years. Just as the disease of addiction affects every area of our lives, so does the NA program. We attend our first meeting with all the symptoms present: the spiritual void, the emotional agony, the powerlessness, and the unmanageability. Treating our illness involves much more than mere abstinence. We use the 12 steps, and though they don't cure our illness, they do begin to heal us. And as we recover, we experience the gift of life. Just for today, I will treat my illness with the 12 steps. Courage to change one day at a time in Al Anon, March 21st. A jogger was nearing the end of a run. Sand dunes on the left blocked his view of the beach beyond. Crossing the dunes would require extra effort after a long, tiring workout. Instead, he could opt to remain on the flat road that veered off to the right. Although the scenery was less appealing, the easier route was enticing. Past experience had taught him to avoid pushing himself too hard, yet he loved the sight of the ocean. The jogger hesitated. An inner nudge urged him toward the dunes, and he chose to respond to it. As the beach appeared, a spectacular sunset hovered above the crashing waves. Humility overwhelmed the runner when he realized that in his moment of hesitation, he had listened to a power greater than himself, one who could see around blind corners. Today's reminder: logic may dictate a certain course of action while my inner voice urges me in a different direction. I may have an easier time when I follow the dictates of logic, convenience, or past experience, but am I cheating myself out of something much better? Today I will pause at a crossroad and listen for my higher power's voice. There is a quote, and it reads: "The intellect has little to do on the road to discovery. There comes a leap in consciousness, call it intuition or what you will, and the solution comes to you, and you don't know how or why." Albert Einstein. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. March 21st. Material and spiritual well being. Fear of economic insecurity will leave us. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. Having fear reduced or eliminated and having economic circumstances improve are two different things. When I was in When I was new in AA, I had those two ideas confused. I thought fear would leave me only when I started making money. However, another line from the big book jumped off the page one day when I was chewing on my financial difficulties. For us, material well being always followed spiritual progress, it never preceded. Page 127. I suddenly understood that this promise was a guarantee. I saw that it put priorities in the correct order. The spiritual progress would diminish that terrible fear of being destitute, just as it diminished many other fears. Today, I try to use the talents God gave me to benefit others. I found that what others valued all along, I try to remember that I no longer work for myself. I only get the use of the wealth God created. I never have owned it. My life's purpose is much clearer when I just work to help, not to possess. Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time.